Let's make it a good day.
Today on The Jason Show, it's the battle of the former View hosts.
I don't understand it.
It's Meghan McCain versus Sherri Shepherd again. Then, it is the most fun school of all, Wine School. Leslie Miller is giving you a crash course on everything vino. And speaking of wine, Kendall turns into Lucy for a grape stomping competition. The Jason Show starts right now. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Everyone, good morning, St. Paul, Minneapolis, Tacoma, Hudson, Rochester, Duluth, and good morning to you. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Please keep that love going. For my good friend, give it up for Kendall, everybody. Hello, Kendall. Good morning.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, squirrel thing.
What?
Hi, squirrel thing. I can never remember what it's called.
It's all right. It's a
Mim
marmot,
Jr.
I believe. A marmot. A
Marmot.
marmot, yeah.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I love good Wednesdays.
This is a really good Wednesday. So let me tell you what just happened here in the studio. I walk in and, we're going through a couple glitches with our audience system as far as people booking and then canceling, and we're working through some growing pains with that. Anyway, so executive producer Jeff always likes to prep me about the audience before I come into the studio. We have a big audience today. We have a smaller one. They're a little quiet. Aaron has to take maybe a little cattle prod. You know what I mean? I mean, something.
Yeah.
They're like barn mice. They're very excited. We have, you get what I mean. So I walk into the studio over there, and executive producer Jeff meets me at the door. And he goes, I got to tell you something. We have a smaller audience today. There was a glitch or something with the ticketing. He goes, but we have a very special audience. And I said, well, what do you mean? Is Oprah? Is Oprah here?
Oprah's here?
He goes, no, it's better. He goes, you know these people. And I thought, well,
do I really?
I'm like, yeah, do I? Because, people, like, I know you, and I go, do I know them?
Yeah.
And I walk in, and my family's here. Yeah. My mom, there they are. My mom, the dar, my mom in the hat, and then next to her is my beloved Aunt Char, and then next to her is a guy they found on the. No, that's my Uncle Stan. That's my favorite Uncle Stan. So here's the deal. That's right. So, and then two new members of my family right there. Yeah. No, I don't want to forget them. Yeah. There's my family. There's my Aunt Judy. I don't know. Anyway, so I've said it before. In reference to, when I talk about my third grade teacher, Mrs. Freeze, and when I talk about her or I talk about my mom, I always say that I'm a product of a lot of good women. I'm a result of a lot of good women because, my mom was really young when she had me. She was, look at her. My mom is still young. She's 67. Yeah. Stop it, mother.
Stop.
Yeah. My mom is beautiful and she's uber young. My mom is 30 or something. So.
Sure is.
And, anyway, so the whole phrase of it takes a village. I was raised by a village, and my mom, and then my beloved grandmother Mazak, their mom, and then my grandma Betty, and then my female teachers, Mrs. Freeze, and then my aunts, and the one next to my mom is like a second mom. That's my Aunt Char right there. She basically helped raise me. And you hear me talk about my cousin Stan, who's like a brother. I'm an only child. He's an only child. Well, that's Stan's mom and dad. So that's Big Stan, not to get confused. That's senior, and then we have little junior, who's not so junior anymore. But anyway, we lived in the same town, and Aunt Char was. Throughout my childhood, Aunt Char was always around. Well, as you heard me say, we did a little mini family reunion this weekend in Chicago, and Aunt Char fibbed me. She said, she lives in Florida.
You lied?
Yeah, she fibbed. Let's call it a fib, Kendall.
Fib.
She fibbed and she goes, we were going to come up and see your mom's new place and come see you, but, you know, we have appointments. And I thought, oh, okay. And I understood that,
Yeah.
you know, and I didn't think anything of it until 3 minutes ago. And I walked in and I go, you lied to me! But what a good surprise, and I'm thrilled that they're here. So, look, if we're going to have a small audience, we're going to fill it with these wonderful people. So I'm very excited. But let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, everybody. Here we go. So the ratings are in for primetime, the primetime Emmys on Monday night, and if you like award shows, it's bad news. Viewership for the Emmys hit an all-time low. The Emmys drew a little, there's the headline, drew a little under 6 million viewers. That's down around 19% from a year ago. But compared with the last time NBC aired the Emmys in 2018, listen to this, ratings fell by over 50%. Look, this is no big surprise other than the Oscars this year. Award show ratings keep going down and down and down and down. We're in the age of TikTok. We're in the age, I mean, your generation, you guys really didn't grow up on these. And people don't want to sit through 3 hours of people congratulating themselves.
No, honestly, I just want to watch the red carpet and then I'm out.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to see
or
what
just the
everybody's
acceptance
wearing.
speeches.
Right, and then I see the little clips online, to your point, and I'm like, okay, great, that's all I need, you know?
Yeah, and you know, pop culture-wise, you know you can rely on me for this. A little perspective, back in the day, if a show had 6 million viewers, Aaron laughed because if a show had 6 million viewers, it wouldn't get an episode 2.
Right.
I mean, 6 million, you would have been canceled back in, I would say, late 90s, early 2000s. You would have been off the air. I mean, laugh if you will, but you know, go ahead. Everything comes back to Dallas and Knott's. But
or Oprah.
When Dallas was canceled and Knott's, it was still pulling in 11 million viewers. Any network would be thrilled for those numbers today, but you just don't get them anymore.
Well, and I think with award shows, so many of us follow these celebrities on social media.
Yeah.
So you don't have to watch that to see them outside of the show.
No.
You know, you don't have to even wait for a magazine to come out. You just go on Instagram.
Hell, you know what kind of yogurt they like. Speaking of the Emmys, Jimmy Kimmel is I mentioned this yesterday, he's facing backlash for upstaging Quinta Brunson after she won for Best Writing in Abbott Elementary, which, by the way, speaking of network, it's the only network show I'm loving. That show, I really do laugh out loud. If you missed it, he just laid on the stage as part of a bit where Will Arnett kind of dragged him on stage. He didn't address it last night. I thought for sure he would. But here's the deal. She is going to be a guest on his show tonight. And I'm not going to bet you. I lost a bet a couple weeks ago. I'm not going to do that. But I would bet money they are going to talk. They have to talk about it today.
Do you think when it happened, I mean, the whole skit in his head probably was really hilarious, but then as soon as he laid there, he went, oh no, how do I get up? Like, what do I do now?
Maybe, and you know what? I'm not excusing anything.
Right.
We're in an era where it's really quick to assume the worst in everybody. You know, I don't think, I've listened to enough interviews with Jimmy Kimmel. His comedy may not be your thing. His politics may not be your thing. But what I do know is he's a soft-hearted guy. I mean, he cries all the time in his monologue. I think he's a good guy. He's friends with her. I think he feels horrible if she feels that he upstaged her. I don't think it was on purpose. Plus, and the public would have no reason to understand this, you also got to realize, too, when you're doing especially a live show like that, so large, you get caught up in the moment. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you're trying to be funny and you're trying to entertain and you're doing things without a net. And so there's sometimes you got to give people a little grace. And I'm looking forward to the conversation because it was uncomfortable to watch. The more I watched it, I don't care who won, but especially for Quinta, who made history, she's the first solo black woman to win in that category. So it was weird, but it didn't matter who won. Stepping over a body to pick up an award, it was just a joke gone horribly wrong.
It was.
You know? Yesterday, next in the dish, we showed you Cheryl Lee Ralph's acceptance speech at the Emmys. I've tried to balance this out. I just thought this will make you smile. This was so sweet. So her co-star, Tyler James Williams, you know, he played Chris Rock and Everybody Hates Chris, posted a touching tribute on his Instagram. I love this and I wanted to share it with you. He said, no matter how old or grown we get, never forget those who paved the road that we have the privilege of walking on today. He called it one of the greatest honors of his career to walk Cheryl to the stage to accept her award. I thought that was really sweet. You know, I did. I thought, because it is a travesty. It's a travesty that Cheryl has been in the business since Dreamgirls in the early 80s, and this is only, I believe, her second major award in entertainment. That's ridiculous. She is fantastic. Again, I've loved her since It's a Living, the show about waitresses in the 80s, but yeah.
Yeah, and to be able to say, I mean, because he was nominated, and to be able to say, it's not even about me, I'm just so happy I could be a part of this moment, and that she let me be a part of it.
Very much so. We have a lot more to come. I hope, I mean, maybe more relatives will pop up. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, golfers.
We'll be right back. Stay with us, everyone. Back in a moment. It's like a family reunion, Kendall. Welcome back. I feel like it's an episode of This Is Your Life. You know what I mean? Welcome back. Two stories are coming to an end on The Bachelor. Two love stories, I should say, are coming to an end on The Bachelorette. Last night was billed as the finale, and that meant plenty of tears for both Gabby and Rachel. Look at this.
I want to leave here with you. I want that more than anything, and I'm sitting here trying to fight for it. And I know that I might have been, I don't know what it is, caught up a little bit in some of it. Not in a bad way, Rachel, not in a bad way. I don't want that to come off in a bad way.
What does that mean, caught up? I don't want to do this anymore. No, I don't want anyone to be forced, just like, I'm so sick of this.
Gabby.
What is this? He's not ready, he just told me.
And it has been quite a surprising night so far. So many twists, so many turns. And listen, we're not done yet. In fact, we're not even close. Now, I know we are over our allotted time, but what we're discussing here tonight is just so important that we've actually gotten special permission from ABC to continue this. So we are going to rejoin our 10 p.m. show in progress just as soon as we can.
What is it, the O.J. Bronco chase? They're cutting into programming? The hell is Barbara Walters? It was so bad. That is so ridiculous. Last week, Jesse Palmer promised the most shocking finale in Bachelorette history. Did he deliver on that promise? He broke into programming. Were Gabby and Rachel able to find love once and for all? To get the answers to all these questions, we need to turn to the expert. It's time for 42% of America Loves Ted. Joining us from Bachelorette headquarters / our control room is Ted Johnson. Good morning, Ted.
Good morning.
Ted, this may sound like a stupid question, but just to clarify, it was the finale last night, right?
They tricked us. No.
Okay, everybody, that's Ted Johnson. Thank you very much, everybody.
For real?
That's really the end of the segment. That was really it.
That's it?
That's it.
That's all we get?
We get just a little. You know, sometimes you just need a little dash of Ted. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. You don't need a full. You don't need a full serving of Ted.
Just a half pump.
It's like Mrs. Dash. Just a little dash of Ted.
That's awful.
How stupidly dramatic. We got special permission from ABC. And then what was it? Was it Celebrity? Then they said they came over and they said, we joined Celebrity Wheel of Fortune already in progress.
I can't. I can't.
I'd rather watch Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Thank you, Ted. We're moving on. We really are. That was it.
Okay.
Next in the dish. There's my new relatives right there. They're very excited. They're like, why didn't we pick Thursday? Yeah. Next in the dish, back to something that matters. Star Wars. Diego Luna was on Jimmy Kimmel last night. So if you don't know, he's in the new Star Wars series, soon to debut, called Andor. And that little bit is our late night rewind.
Is there tequila in space?
I made sure there is.
You made sure there is,
There has to be tequila to say those names.
Yeah, there are a lot of a ton of tough
You know,
ones.
talking about tequila and names.
What?
You know how R2D2 is called in Mexico?
What is R2D? What, Ardos Didos?
Kind of is Little Arthur is Arturito. And
Oh.
Yeah.
You know the story, no?
Yeah.
We call it Arturito.
Arturito.
Because it sounds like that. no?
R2D2 is known as Arturito?
Arturito. For my whole
Really?
not life, I would say the first 15 years of my life, I thought it was Little Arthur.
I love that story. Little Arthur or Little Arthurito. I'll never look at R2D2 the same way.
Arturito.
A little Arthurito.
Okay, you have to say it with a Spanish.
I can't. You know what? That's a fun fact. I can't roll my R's like that.
Oh,
I
you can't do
can't.
that.
I took French only because my childhood friend, Mrs. Calloway, his mom was our French teacher.
Was she
and
cute?
No, but that wouldn't. Kendall, look who you're sitting next to. Would that have that wouldn't have mattered, Kendall.
Sorry.
Now, if it was Mr. Calloway, it would have counted. But yeah. But no, I took French because I thought, oh, it's my friend's mom. She's going to be easy on us. No. She actually kicked us out about 3 times. Yeah, she kicked us down to the principal's office.
Parlez-vous
And she
français?
literally looked at me. She goes, you thought this was going to be easy, right? Get out. Yeah.
Sorry.
Next on the dish, Meghan McCain can't stop talking about The View, even though she left the show more than a year ago. So here's the dealio. She was on Andy Cohen's radio show. They're legit friends. And responded to Sherry Shepherd, who, in an old appearance on Andy Cohen, just said that Meghan is the only View host that she's not close to. Look at this.
I don't know Sherry Shepherd. She was on the show like 15 years before me when I was in high school. So I don't know why anyone's under the impression that we're close friends. I think she has a new show coming out. She's looking for publicity. A really easy way to get publicity is to try and fight with me. You know, there's no need to be nasty. This isn't the first time she's done it. She did it on your show multiple times when I was on The View and then obviously after. And I don't understand it. I don't know why anyone would be under the impression I'm close friends with her. Obviously we are not. And I'm not up in my feelings about it. I never think about her at all. And it just seems like a really mean, nasty thing to do and a very strange way to start your new talk show that's supposed to be like light and positive for women to like trash someone. And I know what she's doing. I mean, we're all smart. She's like throwing shade and making it a point to say like all the alumni at The View get along and braid each other's hair and go to sleepovers except Meghan.
Look, I tried to be, I try to be fair with Meghan because though Meghan and I don't align on a lot of political issues, I've enjoyed her on the show. I enjoyed her on the show at times. And I don't just universally rip on her, but I think she's a little bit of a hypocrite on this one because she's saying that, you know, I don't know if it was in that clip a little bit before. She goes, I wish we'd get I'm paraphrasing. I wish we would get past this era of women in daytime attacking each other. She literally went after the ladies of The View in an article for the Daily Mail months ago. She literally attacked her old coworkers. So you can't sit there and act like you haven't done this and get mad at Sherry for a little shade when you were just shady in your new job a few months ago. You can Google it. I mean, because again, I was a fan. I just don't rip on Meghan because it's the thing to do. As far as Sherry, I mean, yeah, it was a little shady, but again, it's comedy. You know, she did a thing. She goes, I like everybody. Well, I'm keep up with everybody except for Meghan, and the audience laughed. It wasn't anything horrible. She didn't call any names, and I just think it's a little hypocritical for Meghan because then Meghan said, don't throw shade. And then she did the shady comment of Sherry was on The View when I was in high school. Come on. That's, you know what I mean? So you're saying you don't like people being shady, but you're shady in your response. It just seems a little hypocritical to me.
Totally. But can we also talk about why there were so many doors in that shot? Were you wondering, like, was Alice in Wonderland going to pop out of one of those?
There were a lot of doors in her background.
Like, which door should she go into?
Well, I imagine she has a beautiful home, but yeah.
Right. Like so many closets full of secrets.
Yeah. I think she's at home now. Yeah. I don't know what she's doing. But again, it's just funny how The View, even
Keeps
when you're
coming
off,
up.
it just keeps coming up. But we know you don't watch the show because you're watching this one. That's right, yes. Thank goodness. Next in the dish. I don't need to tell you this, but I'm going to. There are a lot of streaming services, right, Kendall?
Yeah.
That's
Except
right.
for I wouldn't know because you don't give me any of the passwords to any of them. Poor Kendall.
Oh.
He's so
let me
mean
count
to
how
her.
many people in our viewing audience feel sorry for you.
That's not fair.
I didn't count none. And maybe the networks are starting to realize it. So here's the story. Executives at Paramount are in talks to phase out Showtime's streaming service. Not Showtime the network. I just want to explain this because it does get a little convoluted. They want to phase out the streaming Showtime service and then just merge it with Paramount Plus. It comes 2 weeks after executives launched a bundle that would include the two services together for $7.99 a month. Now, Paramount is not the only company merging streaming services. We've been covering this, trying to explain it to you as easy as we can. Warner Brothers Discovery, that's one company now, is eventually, probably within the next year, they're going to merge Discovery Plus and HBO Max. So it's going to be one app. You're not going to have HBO Max and Discovery. It's all going to merge. Here's where I think this is a good idea. The average consumer, and I think about my mom, even though my mom lived in a house with a kid that knew everything about TV, my mom doesn't know all the brands, and it gets convoluted. There are too many brands out for people to know, so this is a really smart move. Paramount, by the way, the reason Paramount owns Showtime. So that's why, instead of having, for all of Paramount's entities, instead of having a streaming service for all of them, put them all under one umbrella like Disney does. Disney owns Star Wars, Pixar, National Geographic, 20th Century Fox, the studio, we're a separate division of Fox. But anyway, Disney puts them all under the Disney umbrella on one streaming service. They should do that with Paramount.
Well, and I think people would be willing to pay a little bit more to be able to access all of that, since you're probably paying for both of them right now at this point anyway. Yeah,
we're getting to the point where this isn't Bob Iger, who used to run Disney, said this. Not all these streaming services are going to survive. We're in a really hot era right now. In about 3 years, a lot of them, 20% of them are going to go away. There's going to be consolidation. Thank goodness. Next in the dish, Rosie O'Donnell was on with Howard Stern this week. Baba Booey, hi Howard, glad you're back. She talked about a lot of things, including the time. This is so great. Picture this. Rosie O'Donnell took David Bowie to his very first Broadway show. Look.
I'm jealous of someone you used to hang out with. You actually got to hang out with David Bowie. I am such a Bowie fan. Like Bowie to me, you know how you feel about Broadway? I feel about David Bowie. I love the story where you got to know David Bowie and you told him, because you love Broadway, I'm taking you to see the play Rent. Like you said to Bowie, I want to take you and Iman.
Yeah, we were out to dinner, and I said, we're going to see Rent. And he's like, I'm not doing it. And I'm like, you're doing it. And you're going to sit next to me and next to Iman on the other side, and it's getting rave reviews, and the guy is he died on opening night, David. It's a very big, so we went there, and he leaned over after 20 minutes and said, I'm going to kill you.
He hated it. Rosie also talked about the end of the Rosie O'Donnell show. You know, I love daytime, so this fascinated me because people for years went, why did Rosie end the Rosie O'Donnell show after 6 years? She said that was always the plan. It was always in her contract. She was going to just run 6 years because she wanted to wait until her first son, was in kindergarten. She said it was always her plan to do it. And she said toward the end, and this was juicy, she goes, it just got inauthentic. Because remember when her son liked Tickle Me Elmo, and then Elmo became a big thing, partly because of Rosie. She said then products started coming to her, and they were like, hey, Rosie, can you eat this meal on your show? Right. And she didn't like that, and I don't like that either. That's why I'm really proud, and I know our whole crew is too. This isn't throwing shade to anybody else, but we don't do that paid programming thing. Yes, I do endorsements on the radio and stuff, but Kendall's not going to do a segment about a kerneled corn, and it's then it's going to be sponsored by the kernel corn people. It's not like I know. We're not going to do a segment about butter, and then I'm going to dress up like a giant stick of butter.
But
you know what I mean?
Wouldn't that be fun?
But no, we don't. No, I'm not dressing up like butter.
Butter?
But I bust on her a lot, but that's credit to our bosses. especially Mary and Mim Davy Kessler, our president. She doesn't like that because that seems fake, and you guys can see through fake right away. So we're never going to do that crap on our show. It's time to meet our first JVIP of the week. Today it's Ann Fritz. Hi, Ann. Ann says she loves that I talk about lighthearted subjects. I'm a great listener when interviewing folks, and also likes my personal interactions with the guests. Well, we're sending Ann a Jason Show mug. She's also entered to win the monthly grand prize that includes coming to the studio, a $150 accessories gift card to Becker Furniture World, and a $200 gift card from Woodhouse Spa. We'll be right back, everyone. Stay right there. Back in a moment. Two great ladies for the rest of the show. Coming up, Leslie Miller is taking all of us to wine school. What you need to know to pick out the best wine for you. And I call her the Bette Midler of the Twin Cities, and she's family.
I feel my heart start to trembling.
Aaron Schwab is performing live in our studio with her friend and ours, Jay Fuchs. So much fun, so don't go anywhere.
I see your face, mellow as the month of May.
Welcome back. Hello, it is back to school season. So with that in mind, it's time to drink, right, parents? Just kidding. Not really. I'm only serious. We're going to wine school today. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the wine diva, Leslie Miller from Amusé Wine.
Hello.
Hi.
We're going back to school.
I love this. Do you like your vineyard I made for you? Look at that.
Look at this.
We're standing in our vineyard.
I know. I feel like we should be picking grapes.
I know. I love this because I say this to you, and it's a compliment, and I feel about you the way that I feel about Hanson. I think for cooking, Hanson is so popular because she's accessible.
Yes.
Even though she knows she poo-poo food, people aren't afraid of her. You know what I mean? And she speaks to you. And I think the same thing about you with wine, because I think people, and you feel it too, people are intimidated with wine. They don't want to feel dumb. They don't want to walk into a wine shop and be ridiculed. So we're going to teach you some things today.
Yes.
What are we teaching?
We're going to teach you that the place where the wine is grown makes a giant difference as to how the wine actually comes across your palate. Because sometimes people come up to me and say, I like Sauvignon Blanc, but then they don't realize that Sauvignon Blanc grown in a cold climate like France, we'll just start this off, Jason.
I mean, sure. I mean, that's fine. My family's here. I can celebrate. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. So what is this?
So this is a French Sauvignon Blanc. So we're just taking 2 grapes today. We're taking Sauvignon Blanc and Pinot Noir. So when you grow it in France from its birthplace, which is Sancerre and the Loire Valley. Now that sounds a little technical, right?
It's right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
That it actually ends up being very acidic. So when you smell it, it actually has more of these kind of mineral-y smells.
It does.
Right?
Yeah,
it's
it
not
does.
all that big, juicy, Oompa Loompa fruit parade in the glass. It actually...
Nothing wrong with that, Leslie.
It's actually kind of dirty a little bit. Like you smell like that chalky soil sand.
You're so dirty.
Well, you know, I did put the teacher outfit.
I was going to say, you have your naughty librarian glasses on today.
So early.
Okay, anyway.
Okay, so when you taste
I
it,
enjoy that.
you get that bright zip of like acid that comes out of these old world countries. Now, the same exact grape, when you try this from New Zealand, which is a very popular region for people to love Sauvignon Blanc. Now smell this.
Okay.
Now we're talking about a New World region. So you get big gobs of fruit. You might get that little snitch of grapefruit going on. And then when you taste it, the round fruit aromas actually kind of sneak around your palate a little bit.
It is very different.
Yes,
So
right?
it's not just you go in the aisle and you get a Sauv Blanc.
Yeah.
The regions matter.
Yes.
I think we're learning something.
And year to year, no matter what happens with that weather pattern, that is going to change the fruit and the agriculture.
I like this one better.
Yes.
The second one.
Yeah. So it's all depending on your style, right? Chile, I love Chile. I always tend to get bits of like this green bell pepper that come out of the Sauvignon Blancs there. And then California, another area for Sauvignon Blanc that people love to gravitate towards. This is actually just California. And so they're fetching a lot of these grapes from all over the state. Now this will be the juiciest version.
Yeah.
Right?
This is the sweetest.
Right. It's dry.
Almost tropical.
Tropical, exactly. So the
Oh,
tropical fruit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that cool?
I know this stuff, but
Yes.
hearing it, I like that. But yeah, this is I like the other ones better than the California.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think that people always understand that.
No.
You really have to go to those different parts of the retail store. You might love, the other thing too, Jace, is I think people have broken up with a grape. Like they stopped dating a grape. They stopped dating.
Are they
because they're
ghosting
like,
that grape, Leslie?
You taste the same every single time. And so that's always Chardonnay. People are like, I don't like Chardonnay or I love Chardonnay. And they think like big chunks of wood float around in it.
Okay.
So this...
We have 1 minute,
I know.
librarian. Okay.
So this is Pinot Noir, same difference. So we're starting with French. This is kind of, again, the birthplace is Burgundy. It has that sort of minerality, a little bit of this tobacco, sour, I don't want to say sour, but like bright yellow cherries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not like that, it's more tart-ish.
Yeah.
Right?
I can taste the tobacco.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't love that one.
Now, as you kind of move through different appellations again, remember that Pinot Noir is grown around the world. I brought a little Italian, Oregon. Now, as you move into warmer areas, this is actually Australian. The one that's in your glass.
I enjoy this.
Right.
I like that.
Right. So your style is really, you have to start thinking about why you like certain grapes and regions.
The rule of 3, may I have one more before we have to wrap? Is there one more?
There is
What's the last one, okay?
It is. Yeah, so this is the Willamette Valley. And the Oregon, Willamette Valley is very, very popular for the grape, Oregon. And you're kind of like working from like...
You know what's funny? I didn't like the States version in the white.
Yeah.
I like the Oregon version of the Pinot Noir the best. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Goldilocks, right?
Yeah.
It's just right. It has little fruit, and then it has this like earthy note that I think actually kind of balances out the wine perfectly.
I love when I think that somebody at home's going, oh, I didn't know that, and they feel a little less intimidated going to a wine store.
That's right.
Thank you. I love your glasses. Cheers.
Cheers.
Leslie Miller, everyone. For more information on Leslie's Vineyard, go to amusewine.com. Support her. She's great. amusewine.com. We're going to take a break. Another great lady, the one, the only.
Yes.
Erin Schwaberini is performing next with Jay Fuchs. Next. Stay with us, everyone. Yeah, I like the Oregon one. That's really good. Welcome back. Thanks for being here, everyone. Well, as you just saw with Leslie, we enjoy drinking wine here on the show. But how about making wine? Here's the deal. This week, Kendall and I visited Axbridge Wine Company, right down the road from where I live, in the North Loop of Minneapolis, to do some grape stomping. But only one of us ended up doing the stomping. Look.
If you didn't think you could visit any kind of wine, anything in the North Loop, you were wrong. If you thought that you couldn't stomp on grapes in the North Loop, you were wrong. I've never stomped grapes.
You haven't? With your feet, this would be perfect. Look at these.
Thank you. My feet don't necessarily like squishy things under them, so this should go really well, right?
Think of the beautiful nectar that comes out of the grapes.
Did you just call it nectar?
Nectar, yeah. Also known as wine.
Nectar.
Okay. Because the key thing is it's a competition. Oh. So we actually weigh all the grapes that go in there so that it's all equal, and the person with the most juice wins. It's a competition.
So it's a competition. I don't know any competitive people who could help me that live in the North Loop.
I'm here against my will. I'm only here to drink wine. I'm not doing this.
We're doing this. Come on. We've made it outside.
We were outside before.
Oh, right.
We were already we can rewind back on that footage. We were outside before.
Sure, whatever.
We got about 20 pounds of grapes here, and you dump them in. And we'll do the next one here. They are all set for our stompers. The next one is we have wash our feet.
Oh, it's nice and warm. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna wash my feet now and pray that the bees that I saw go in there are out.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah!
I kind of forgot Jason's allergic to bees. It's fine. I'll just elbow them out of the way for you.
My eyes! My eyes! Ah!
The good part is I don't see any in this bin.
Okay, we're stopping the story momentarily.
Open the box, Joe! He's on top!
because I'm allergic to bees, and bees are possibly in this. You know what this is?
What?
This is what I call revenge for the virtual reality story.
Oh, I thought you were
Eric,
gonna say
roll
something.
that tape. Oh my God.
Oh, I
You
can't
are
help
delaying
it.
this.
I know. I literally feel like I'm gonna vomit though.
I cannot believe this is happening. Kendall cannot do this after trying for 17 seconds. But I have a job.
Well, as she's stomping, there's a hole that all the juice will come out, right? But sometimes it gets clogged. So when it gets clogged, the juice can't.
I'm Jason, the clog cleaner.
Yes. So this second position that you're doing is actually really important because you get a lot more juice this way if you keep that.
If you have a good clog cleaner.
Yes.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ready, set, stop.
Oh God. Okay. Okay. Is he's supposed
there's
to
some
be doing
juice.
something?
Okay, there's some juice.
Get in there! Don't be scared. I'm not having a baby. I'm just making wine.
This is almost be better. Okay, I'm pushing it. Look, Lucy. I'm pushing.
Push!
I am.
This
You
is
gotta
a
stop.
competition.
I'm doing my part.
We're losing.
Now you're getting it on me.
It's white.
I am actually doing my job.
Work harder.
You're not the one. Look at that. Eric, get a shot of all that coming out there.
Get it!
Boom!
I feel like we just had a baby.
Well, you had a baby. I don't do that. That is some good-looking wine right there.
Look at that.
That is some quality.
Toe juice.
That is quality wine. Yeah, I know you were really hoofing it, girl.
I wanted to win against.
You're competing
I want to
against.
see. I want to see how much we get.
You're competing against no one. You do real. He's counting the liquid, but you're competing against no one. Stay right there, Eric. Come here.
Yeah.
Just tell her she's the winner, okay?
Kendall, the judges just got back to me.
And?
You're the winner.
Yay!
It's about 800 milliliters. You made a bottle of wine.
You made a bottle of wine, Kendall. For the first time, you made a bottle of wine instead of drinking a bottle of wine. Congratulations. And that's what happens when Kendall drinks a bottle of wine. She runs around the street. She runs, the audio cut out there. She runs around the street. Kendall joins me now. I wasn't kidding. I said to Kendall, we did a shoot like 5 seasons ago where the producer didn't realize I don't like bees and I don't like heights. And they put me at a beehive on top of a building. And it was like, and this was close to that. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right.
I
It's
didn't
all
know
right.
about the bees.
It's all right.
But we did have fun.
You did a great job, actually.
Thank you. It was actually, it was cool. It was fun.
Yeah. The annual Grape Stomping is happening Saturday and Sunday at Axbridge Wine Company in the North Loop of Minneapolis. It's a great place. Go visit them. Thanks for having us. We're going to take a break. Aaron Schwab when we come back. Back in a moment. Welcome back. I know. You have to tell yourself to clap. She has. Look, you're in my shot there, girl. Look at that. It's like young Aaron Schwab over my shoulder. She has some of the best pipes in the Jason Show studio and in the entire Twin Cities. Aaron Schwab and Jay Fuchs are back this weekend singing songs from their favorite years. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Aaron and Jay. Now you are in the shot.
Hello, hello,
Look at that.
hello.
You're in the shot right there.
This is me and that's me.
That's right
it's
there.
all of
I know.
us.
That's a younger Aaron.
Do you know what that's a picture
Jay.
of? That's the picture of the gay cruise we met on.
It is. 1999. 1999 is where we met.
Is that?
That's literally how we met.
Why
he was
am I
playing
not
in a
surprised?
piano bar on the gay cruise, and
Why-
I was there singing my heart out for the gays, and
What?
that's how we met.
Why am I not surprised you two met on a gay cruise? I mean, you know.
No one should be surprised by
No,
that.
I hear we have. Let's because let me before we run the pictures. Oh, let's run the pictures.
Okay.
Talk about what is this, Aaron? What is this your prom?
That's my junior prom. So actually, I was probably 16 in that picture.
Look at that.
For sure. I I'm in the green. Wow. That's when I was 21, probably in college, I'm going to guess. And right behind me is my pal Missy Peterman and yours. She's right back there.
Missy's back there.
Yeah, that I think is the party where we played Groove Is in the Heart so much that somebody threw it out the window. They took the CD out of the player, threw it out of the window. Yeah.
Oh.
And that's when I was 35, and that's my daughter, who is currently 17. She'll be 18 tomorrow.
Oh.
I've cried all week. It's fine. Don't talk about it. I'll cry now.
Okay, I won't.
I successfully raised somebody to this age.
You raised an adult. What is that?
know.
Jay on a motorcycle?
Yes, it is.
Jay.
And my brother and his best friend in the background. Oh, there I am with the fish.
Jay.
Oh no!
Oh, is that? That's doing an Al Franken imitation.
Do you like that one?
Look at that
I like that
self-affirmation there. Okay.
So much.
We got to get you singing. So the show's about your favorite years, right?
So there's a very classic song called "It Was a Very Good Year."
Yeah.
Yes, and in that song it says it was a very good year when I was 17, when I was 21, when I was 35, and then literally the last verse is like, "And now the days are short." So apparently, once you turn 35, it's just a quick turn to death.
That's right.
Down the tubes.
There's no more fun, no more good years. So we're doing all songs from like the years where we were 17, 21, and 35.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to shut up now so they can sing. Give it up for Jay Fuchs and Aaron Schwartz.
When I was 17, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for small town boys and hot summer nights. We'd hide from the lights on the village green when I was 17. This was actually out when I was 17, just so you know. I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
Well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody's got a body like you, but I gotta think twice before I give my heart away. And I know all the games you play because I play them too. Oh, but I need some time off from that emotion. Time to pick my heart up off the floor. Oh, and I've reconsidered my foolish notion. It takes a strong man, baby, but I'll wait for something more. You gotta have faith, 'cause I gotta have faith. I gotta have faith, a faith, a faith. I gotta have faith, a faith, a faith. Jay Fuchs, this is the instrumental solo. That's right. And now we're all gonna go like this. Almost there, and we say what? I just have to wait, 'cause I got to have faith. That's true. Now I'll do a little 90s medley. Just a little 90s medley. Starts like this. Are you ready? Yeah. Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me?
Aaron,
don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? My humps, my lovely lady lumps.
And crooners.
What you gonna do with all that junk? All that junk inside your trunk, Jay?
I'm gonna get you pusher on my junk.
With Aaron and Jay. If you missed it one more time, where can people see the show, Aaron?
You're going to come to Crooners Lounge, which is in Ridley, Minnesota. And we're actually in the Belvedere tent outside. So it's going to be a beautiful fall evening, Friday night. Come see the show. It's going to be really fun. And I know that it was a very good year, seems very stuffy and whatnot. It's for sure not. It's going to be really fun. Also, there's some really great renditions of that song. It's super recorded. So you could listen to Captain Kirk do it. He does a version of it. Spoken word. It's
William
really
Shatner?
lovely. Yeah.
Well,
the Flaming Lips do a version of it. It's very weird.
And Jay rewrote it. When we come back, my favorite year that Jay's going to attempt to sing with Aaron. When we come back after this.
Woohoo!
Welcome back. Aaron Schwartz and Jay Fuchs at Crooners. They're going to sing us out today. My year was, when I was 17, was 1991.
1991.
Too legit to quit. Can you do it?
Too legit to quit. Yeah, we're going to kick it Aaron and Jay style.
Okay.
Goes like this. Too legit too legit to quit. Hey, hey, too legit to quit. I got sweat running all over my chest. I don't quit. No, you know, I just press harder than ever did before. Going for the dreams that I have in store. 'Cause